The Trinity study is a popular and often quoted research paper from the 1990s, evaluating how much money one can safely withdraw from their retirement savings without running out over upwards of a 30-year retirement period. One of the most notable outcomes of the study is the 4% rule, which suggests that withdrawing 4% from one's retirement portfolio will very likely not exhaust that portfolio over a period of 30 years. I'm curious to see a more practical and specific example applied over a more current time frame. And it would be interesting to see what withdrawal rate, adjusted for inflation, would sustain a retirement portfolio invested fully in the S&P 500. To keep things simple, I wanted to analyze a retirement portfolio 100% invested in the S&P 500 over the past 30 years ending in 2023. We can reduce the portfolio with a withdrawal at the beginning of each year, starting in the first year as a baseline percentage of the total amount invested. The remainder of the portfolio is then left to perform in line with that year's S&P 500 return. At the end of that current year, or the beginning of the next, we reduce the portfolio by the prior year's withdrawal amount, adjusted by that year's inflation rate. The remainder of the portfolio then performs in line with the subsequent year's S&P 500 return. With these conditions set, we can then backsolve for the initial withdrawal percentage that would sustain the investment portfolio over this time frame. And instead of just ensuring that the portfolio at the end of the 30 years amount to a value that's greater than zero, I wanted to backsolve for the percentage withdrawal rate that would result in a post-30-year portfolio value equal to the principal at the beginning of the 30 years adjusted for inflation. When optimized under these conditions, the withdrawal rate for 30 years ending in 2023 comes out to 5.3%. We can now apply the same 30-year withdrawal rate calculation over a rolling 10-year span. So 30 years starting from 1994, then 1993, then 1992, all the way to starting from 1985. From this analysis, we can see break-even withdrawal rates as high as 6.6% and as low as 4.7%. This suggests that under this relatively simple framework, the 4% rule has held and is still a viable rule of thumb over the timeframes reviewed. That said, of course, changes in market volatility, inflation, economic and political instability are all potential risk factors. And it's important to remain adaptable and consider these risks when planning for retirement. And of course, for any retiree, regularly reviewing and adjusting their strategy in response to changing circumstances can help ensure that retirement funds remain sustainable throughout one's retirement years. Thanks for watching. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about the Trinity study and safe withdrawal rates. Is the 4% withdrawal rate a key component of your retirement strategy? Please let me know in the comments below. And please subscribe if you are curious to learn more about personal finance and retirement planning.